Our fourth inductee into the Central States Communication Association Class of 2023 Hall of Fame is Dr. Roberta Robbins. Dr. Robbins, will you please come to the stage? According to one of her nominators, Dr. Robbins, in her own words, has said, "I prefer to sit behind the potted palm rather than have attention drawn to me." Sorry about that one. Thus, it is not surprising that, aside from her service to CSCA as President-elect, President and past President from 2001 to 2005, many of Roberta's contributions to CSCA have occurred off center stage. For instance, Dr. Robbins' service as the inaugural chair of the CSCA's Equity and Inclusion Committee has helped shape CSCA's policies and practices and identified actions that might disadvantage particular groups of members or limit their participation throughout the association. Related, her continued presence at annual conferences and service to the association's Undergraduate Honors Conference, representation of ICA to the CSCA Advisory Committee, and commitment to reviewing for the Instructional Resources Division and Basic Course Interest Group have fostered the connections that many young scholars have with CSCA today. Throughout the decades of Dr. Robbins' professional career, she has contributed to a myriad of institutions throughout the Central States. Although the bulk of Roberta's career was spent at the University of Northern Iowa, 1994 to 2007, she has also taken on various roles at Hawkeye Community College, West Virginia University, Carl Sandburg College, University of Dayton, Purdue University Calumet, Ohio University, and now serves as a licensed part-time pastor for the United Methodist Church. Thus, her reach extends from heading a department with a long-standing MA program and coordinating a graduate program to teaching high school students taking courses for community college credit and advocating for communication in the community. Roberta has taught a variety of different courses, including graduate and undergraduate courses in public expression and critical inquiry, theories of group processes, communication theory, qualitative research methodologies, doctoral seminars on organizational communication and research processes, family communication, and mediation and negotiation. In addition, Dr. Robbins' history of applying for and receiving grants to extend research and teaching ideas in communication demonstrates an abiding commitment to her discipline and the effective use of technology in her classroom. She has served as a mentor for graduate and undergraduate students on 22 different dissertation, thesis, honors, or independent studies. Her articles, books, instructor's manuals, and book chapters on subjects pertaining to gender differences in communication, why children's talk about race and culture, family communication about finances, gender theory applied to the classroom, public speaking, and intersubjective methodologies for studying children and families show a deep commitment to advancing knowledge and research about how communication impacts families, people of color, businesses, public school systems, and universities. Her 45-plus presentations at communication conference meetings over the years, many of them at the gatherings of Central States, indicated dedication to supporting conversations, research and faculty collaboration that will enhance the communication discipline now and in the future. Roberta continues to attend the annual convention year after year and participates in the proceedings. For example, at the 2022 convention held in Madison, Dr. Robbins served as chair of one of the undergraduate honors research panels, participated in a panel on the newly created Equity and Inclusion Standing Committee, and presented a short course titled Reconnecting Communicating Finances in a Family, Talking and Taking Action, based on her co-authored book, published in 2020 by Cognella Press. Dr. Robbins' service on the editorial boards of 6 different communication publications and as book reviewer for 12 different publishers evidences a continuing devotion to encouraging new research writers, developing novel approaches, and extending new knowledge into communication classrooms. Roberta has served as the editor of the Iowa Communication Journal from 1996 to 1999. As another of her nominators noted, my point is simple. Roberta Davilla Robbins has remained an active, involved member of CSCA since she joined the association. Her commitment to CSCA and attendance at the annual convention has remained unwavering over the years, even though she last served the association in a public role as its president in 2003 to 2004. It is this continued commitment to CSCA that separates most members from Hall of Fame nominated members. For all of these reasons and more, Dr. Roberta Robbins is inducted into the Central States Communication Hall of Fame Class of 2023.
I was standing there listening to the number of institutions where I've taught, and it means I can't keep a job. That's not really true, but it sounded like it. I saw my life flash in front of me. But thank you very much for this very wonderful honor. It's so good to be here with you today, and I thank my nominators and my letter writers for their support, and definitely to the executive committee. To be honored in this manner by my professional home is truly moving, and I am indeed greatly gratified. Through the ups and downs of an academic life, Central States has been a space and a place where I could see and talk with at least one friendly person. Just one. Signs are things that I believe in, and it was a sign of opportunity when I met Judy Pearson. I was teaching for the first time at Monmouth College, and Judy was a convocation speaker. We were using, in the communication department, Understanding and Sharing that she co-authored with her husband, Paul Nelson. I made sure I was her host because I was so starstruck. But my relationship with Judy became more important when I picked her up on that convocation morning, and we were wearing the same dress. The very same fabric. The style was slightly different, but essentially the same dress, and this had never happened to either one of us. I said to her, I can go home and change my clothes, and in typical Judy style, she said, no, this just proves that faculty are interchangeable. You can hear her saying that. This was a sign I was going to know Judy Pearson better. When our family situation changed, I needed to provide for my children, who are now adults and are here today, and I would like to introduce you to them because I've dragged them to conferences over the years because they needed to know what their mother did for a living. Peter, please stand up. Peter is a trained chef. He's currently working for John Deere in Moline, but he is a trained chef. Excellent. I mean, he's good. Ned, who is the younger brother, is our farmer. Ned continues to manage our farm in West Central Illinois. And I like to tell people we're truly a field-to-table family. My daughter, Caitlin, who was just a little girl when I took her to dinner with Scott Myers many years ago, and that was a very interesting evening. She was a stylist. She keeps us all looking good, but she is going to complete her elementary education degree from the University of Northern Iowa in May, and she has a job. She's going to be a kindergarten teacher. It's great to know that one of your children follows the same industry that you belong to. But because of this change, I knew that I had found my calling in academia, and an opportunity arose. I was accepted to the doctoral program at The Ohio University, where Judy happened to be the graduate director. Opportunity and encouragement knocked, and we were moving to Athens, Ohio. My children were 9, 7, and 2 at the time. And Peter announced to me, "Mom, you are moving us to hell." I understood because he was leaving his town, his school, and his friends. So here's opportunity, self-doubt. Opportunity, self-doubt. We moved to Athens. 10 minutes after we moved to Mill Street, which was the graduate married student housing complex at OU that has now been razed, there was a skinny kid with a great big smile who knocked on the door. Shamel introduced himself and said, "Do you have any kids?" Like, boy, do I. So Peter, Ned, and Shamel were off to explore Mill Street. Shamel is still a part of our lives, The doctoral degree provided our family with financial stability, and now what I would consider a relatively successful career has happened. So for us, as a family, moving to health worked for us. Opportunity and encouragement have been sought and offered throughout my academic and now pastoral careers. Judy Pearson, Sue DeWine, the late Don Yoder, my first department chair Jim DeYoung, the late Bernard Rommel, who was my first paper respondent, and so many others of you who are here today have given me opportunity and encouragement as both life and profession were navigated. Jeff Robbins, my late husband and also a pastor, pointed me towards ministry, hence the United Methodist Church affiliation, although we could call it the Fractured Methodist Church right now. Jeff, who loved to come to Central States conventions with me, needed me to help him with his 3-church charge. He saw something in me that I never, ever imagined. And standing in the pulpit was terrifying, although I had taught public speaking for many years, because this was a brand new phenomenon, one that I had grown to respect, enjoy, and now still consider a call. Opportunity and encouragement are still major themes. I've been able to offer these gifts through teaching and as a pastor. Yes, I have been called pastor. It's strange when all of a sudden your name of Roberta is replaced by pastor. Like, where'd Roberta go? Also Dr. Robbins, and sometimes still Dr. Davilla, as I continue to teach while serving churches. Hence all those jobs, right? Because we were geographically disadvantaged, or at least isolated. But truly, being a teacher in both contexts is what I do. I think every now and then we are given the gift of seeing how what we do is returned to us. I recently came across a note that a graduate student had written to me when I was a graduate coordinator at the University of Northern Iowa, and I'd like to read it to you. Dear Dr. Davilla, thank you for everything. I had such a wonderful 2 years here in UNI. I'm glad that I made my way here. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to come here even late. Thank you for your encouragement and thank you for believing in me. I wish you all the best. It is very nice knowing you. Thank you. Ahmet. Yes, indeed. This is our Ahmet. I told him I had a surprise that I wasn't going to tell him about. Now, that's it. I mean, yeah, I didn't mean to make you cry. I have a tendency to make students cry. But anyway, so, things change, This is our Ahmet, who's this year's convention program planner. And some things really do come full circle. My hope is that you, when you can, will offer opportunity and encouragement to your students, your colleagues, and even your family members. This happens so frequently with this association, and I am so grateful to have been a member for so many years. Thank you so very much for this wonderful honor.